from Richmond are at this festival, and then these people submit movies from all over the world, and only 150 or so movies get chosen over a year of submissions, and we play them at this movie theater and 2 other movie theaters like I mentioned earlier over the week, right? So it's really exciting to get into this festival and have a movie screen because so much work goes on to make even a short film. Imagine a feature, which is a movie that's longer than a short film, more than 20 minutes usually. So right now we're going to have a little Q&A. It's going to be a special treat for her to tell you what movie she did, because I think you'll remember it most because it was most recent. So please tell us your name, the title of your film, and let's start with what your inspiration was for the project.
Hi, my name is Jeanette. My film is called Returning to the Homeland, Taiwan. And so I was in Taiwan this past summer teaching English at a summer program. And while I was there, I was journaling a lot, and I also was writing for an online magazine called Odyssey. And the narration in the film was actually from a reflective piece, an article that I wrote for Odyssey. And while I was there, I wanted to make a lot of kind of like visual journal diary type videos. But my laptop decided it wanted to break, so I couldn't do that throughout my trip. So right before I left, my grandfather actually, as you can see, he was ill. And so I really wanted to capture what was our last moments. And luckily my cousin let me use her laptop, and this was all edited in one night in her photograph department. And she helped me do the subtitles, which was really nice because my family's here, my grandma, and I'm glad that she could understand the film even though it was a different language. Yeah.
That is so cool. So I have tons of questions for you that I think you guys will find interesting, but I'd love to open it up to you guys. So I'm going to come on over. You guys can think of a question for her. It can be about how she made the movie. Now she's a filmmaker too, and I can maybe answer a thing or two. If you have questions about being a filmmaker or being a musician, how do you get on set of something? Is it easy to get to Hollywood? Do you need to go to LA? Do you stay in Richmond? All these things. Do you know the answers to these things? Okay, so who wants to ask something? Yes, all right. Tell me your name.
Sebastian.
All right, go ahead.
How much time and effort does it take in making a film?
All right, so you did talk that you edited it in one night, but talk to us about how long it took to shoot all that footage, and then what happens really after you do that? Because once the movie's made, it doesn't just grow feet and go to festivals. So what happens, how much work does it take, what's the bidding like, how much does it take to do the production, and then the post? Let's talk about that.
Okay, so as I said, I was filming a lot just on the go. So the footage of the plane I shot on the way over, and I didn't really know how I would use it, but I just wanted a lot of people to work with. So in terms of editing this particular film, the sound on my camera actually was off the whole time I was filming. So all the sound in this video was matched by just like grabbing sound from other footage. And so that, in terms of that, that took a long time because I had to make sure like the door creaking was at the right time, the sound of the motorcycle and the airplane and everything. So that took a long time.
So what she's saying, guys, is there was no sound when she recorded she could use. So she literally had to find a sound, an auditory sound for every single thing you saw that made sound. It's like a puzzle, right? So how long does something like that take?
It could take hours, honestly, because also I feel like I'm kind of a perfectionist, so even if it's just like a little off, like the camera shuttering sound in the beginning, like through the pictures, I went through probably like 10 different camera shutter sounds, and I don't know if people pay attention to that, but that's something that I know will really bug me if it's not what I like, yeah.
What about after this? How do you submit to festivals?
So I actually heard about this particular festival because my film professor submitted into it a couple years ago, and so I knew about it. And I actually just was like scrolling on the website in August, and I thought, why not? And so I did.
So filmmakers need to submit to festivals and do that sort of thing so their films can be screened. And your hope, just like an actor might perform in a school play or a basketball player might play basketball for people looking for players, right, to take to college or whatnot on scholarships. Filmmakers do things like this so that their movies can be picked up, right? So that's another step in filmmaking, is to get your movie out there. It's called distribution, ultimately, when it goes to the movie theater. And then it's called the festival circuit, when it screens at festivals to get that momentum so people get interested and know what it is and goes to the movies. I'm going to have time for one or two more. Any of you guys have any other questions? Yes, it's something to you. You guys have questions back there? You can think of it. I'll come to you as well. All right, tell me your name. I'm going to come to him next. So we'll do you two both. Tell me your name and your question, please.
I'm Isabella, and I have a question. You use obviously like personal people. How do you I don't know, find the courage or kind of prepare yourself for like putting out in front of audiences?
What an amazing question. That's cool. I'm interested to hear this. Hold for the mic, please. We're coming. So, how did you feel so comfortable with putting out something so personal?
I think for me, I've never really been like a script writer, so I don't really do a lot of narrative pieces. So everything that I've made in the past is really kind of reflective and kind of plays on different emotions. And I actually find more value putting out stuff that's very transparent, because I feel like that's kind of the point of art, is to connect with people that you normally wouldn't connect with, or unite strangers that might not ever meet each other. But I think, especially with this film, I feel like everyone in here can relate with these values of like family and self-reflection. And so, I think what encouraged me to submit this film was after I sent it to my family. They sent it to a bunch of their friends, and the views on YouTube started racking up really quick. And I realized these people don't know me, they don't really care about my story particularly, but they can relate to it, and I think that's really special.
That's awesome. What you just said is it's make-believe, right? And that's really exciting because filmmaking and art is using your imagination, bringing yourself to it. Thank you so much. It's awesome. Where are you from? Where did you grow up? Are you in school right now?
Yeah, I'm from Virginia Beach, and I'm a sophomore at University of Richmond right now.
All right. Very, very cool. We have one more question here, then we're going to wrap up. Which chapter?
Lucas, did you go to school when you were in Taiwan, or was it just like film stuff?
This is about your experiences while traveling with the film. So, were you going to school there?
I wasn't. It was this past summer, and I was teaching English at a summer program called Assisting Individuals with Disadvantages. And it was in a rural part of Taiwan. And then after I was done with my 6 weeks there, I was able to go back to my mom's hometown where I met this.
That's awesome. Let's give it up for a wonderful, wonderful. Thank you guys for coming out. Don't forget, download the Riff app, Richmond International Film Festival. You write that at the App Store, it's free. Then you can vote. Every movie you saw, go ahead and give it a star rating. Because there's going to be a winner announced on Sunday. If you like red carpets, come out Sunday. There's a red carpet out front. People are taking pictures. There's paparazzi. This place is packed. And we do an awards show, just like you might see on TV. Until then, we have music and film, screening and playing that compete for the awards. So come check those out. Tell your friends, tell your folks, tweet about it, do all that fun stuff. Get back to school safe. And thank you guys for coming out tonight. Take care.